Sorry if I just blew you away by talking too loud, but I wanted to get your attention. So yeah, thanks for being here so early on a Saturday. We're going to go ahead and get things started with the hackathon, and some logistical things to go over and whatnot. It'll probably take about 15 minutes or so. Before I do that, I wanted to, I'm sure you all know Alyssa Cooper, our IETF chair. She's been a big supporter of the hackathon since the beginning and continues to be. And so now a few words from Alyssa.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming to the hackathon here in Montreal. Super excited to kick off the IETF meeting week with this event, as always. We have, once again, more than 200 people registered here, which is fantastic. Not everybody's here yet. I think it's be a bit of a slow roll over the morning, and I know that some people might be in their rooms watching the football game, excuse me. But we're going to get it up on the big screen. So if you have people who you're collaborating with who are not here because they're watching the football game, tell them they can come and do their work and watch football at the same time. Woo! Thank you to AMS for making that happen for us. Just one particular note on this week, we do have the Applied Networking Research Workshop that's happening on Monday of the IETF week. It's like operating as a track in the IETF meeting, and I know that we have some colleagues here who are from the research community and will be hacking away on projects that they are also presenting and talking about there, so please welcome them. And I'd also like to just thank our sponsors. So for this event, we have NBC Universal, we have Juniper, and we have Cisco DevNet. Always super important for us to be able to have the support to keep the event running. If any of you think that your employers might be interested in sponsoring the hackathon in the future, we have our sponsorship fundraiser here. His name is Ken Boyden. I don't see him, but he's been around circling through the room. So if any of you want to be introduced to Ken, just let me or Charles know, and we're happy to do that. And if you need anything at all to make sure that your weekend is a success, feel free to reach out to either of us or to the staff at AMS, and we're happy to help you out. So happy hacking.
Okay, thank you, Alyssa. And okay, so welcome everyone. As I typically do, just so I get a sense of the room, curious to see how many of you, this is the first time you've been to like an IETF event of any nature? Okay, yeah, there's actually a fair number of you. I hope this is a good introduction to the IETF for you. How many of you have been in like the IETF? Perhaps this is your first time coming to the hackathon. Okay, a few more. All right, that's good to know. And then, how many of you are here just for the hackathon, but as of now are not planning on attending the IETF meeting? So we have a few there. Not as okay, though. That's good. Because I hope that I think it's best if you're actually able to do both. If you're only doing the hackathon this time, great. But maybe consider joining us for the meeting in the future too. I'm sure there'll be cookies at some point. Really the idea here, though, is that we want to make everything that we do in the IETF go a bit faster, better, advance the speed and relevance of the work that we do, whether that be working on internet drafts or if you're writing the code. Bringing the two together seems to be a really good way to get the best of both worlds. And also to help attract new people. So for those of you, you saw a few hands go up. This is their first time at an IETF event. If you're working in a team with those people, really try to help them out. Because, at the start, you may not know where everything is on the wiki, how to find all the resources that you might need. You may not know the right people. So help those people out, introduce them to other people, and really help them start contributing and being valuable contributors to the IETF. So everything we do at IETF is under the note well. That includes the stuff that will be going on at the hackathon, specifically when we do presentations at the end. Those are under the rules of the note well. Now, in terms of the code that you're working on, That's not IETF code necessarily. That the rules for that code or whatever the rules for that code is. If you're working on an open source project, there's probably some license there. You're kind of bound to those rules. But what's the only part that's really an IETF contribution are the presentations that you do. I'm going to run through the agenda pretty quick so that you have an idea. It's all posted on the wiki as well, so you can reference it there. We're doing the kickoff now. It is being streamed over Meetecho, so there are people who are participating remotely. We had about 40 people sign up to participate remotely, so be aware of those folks. They may want to, they may ping you and join your teams as well. Lunch will be brought into the room, so you know, it would be great if you could stay here, continue to work through lunch and have lunch with us. As you heard, the football match should be coming on pretty shortly too. Afternoon break, stuff will be brought in. We will have dinner as we have had in the past. Again, we encourage you, if possible, to stay. We know that some of you have other, you know, like team events you want to go do. That's fine. No one's obligated to stay, but hopefully you can stay. It's a good way to network with the folks around you as well as continue to get your work done. And then, as we typically do, the room will be closed and the doors will be locked at 10 o'clock. So we definitely have to be out of here by 10 o'clock so that the hotel staff can shut things down and so that they can get home. Then the next day, we'll start up again. Doors open at 8:30 this time, and there'll be coffee and stuff like there is today. Lunch will be brought in. The football match will be on, and then around 2 o'clock, as we typically do, we'll have presentations. And we do have some prizes. I'm not sure exactly what we're going to do with them. We're leaning away from the kind of traditional judging type thing, though. So we're thinking about new mechanisms for distributing prizes. Come talk to me if you have some good ideas, and if not, we're going to figure out what we think works best. Then we'll wrap up in time for those of you who want to be able to get to the newcomers event, either because you are a newcomer or because you're helping out with that event. And then by 5 o'clock, we need to be completely out of here so that it can turn into whatever it's being used for after this. So be ready to take everything with you and have it out by 5. And if any of that's going to be challenging for you, let me know and we'll try to make some. Okay, here's the list of projects teams that have signed up on the wiki. And just to help people find each other, I want to do just a quick raise of hands as we go through the list here so people can find you. Starting with the Quick project. Where's the Quick project? Where are you guys at? Okay, great. So if you're looking for Quick, LP WAN, where are you guys? There. Okay, DNS, DNSSD, all the DNS related stuff. Over there. How about Yang, NetConf? In the middle here. Okay, Rift in the back. Here, oh, some up here too. Okay, up here at this table. And how about NTS? Way in the back there. Okay. JSON metadata application protocol over here. All right. And how about SACM? Where's that? Okay, over there if you're looking for SACM. HUS. Up here, right up here in front. Okay, easy to find. The ACE team. In the far corner, if you're looking for them. Wishy. Okay, they're back there behind the big table. Lurk. Do we have any Lurk folks yet? Okay, I know we have some Lurk folks who will be on site, they just aren't here yet. So if you're looking to work with that team, they should be showing up soon. TLS 1.3, co-located with Quick, if you're looking for that group. Suit, okay, right here in the middle. How about the 451 team? And kind of toward the back, if you're looking for them. MLS, also co-located back there. All right. How about dots? Whoops, sorry. Dots over here. I2NSF, over here, great to have you back. How about SpinBit? Right up in front, okay. Yang and COMI, not sure exactly what that stands for, but I'll find out before we're done. Okay, thank you. So they're right behind the big table there. And then NetVC. Okay, good to have you guys back too, one of our early teams and longtime teams. Okay, as I mentioned, at the end, we're going to have quick presentations, probably no more than 3 minutes, maybe even a little less, depending on how many teams want to present, just to highlight what it was you were doing, what you achieved, things you're going to take back to your working group, lessons that you learned along the way. And remember, not everyone knows your technology really well, but it's a good way to share what it was you did and what you achieved with everyone here so that they can ask you more questions later on. We do have an organization set up for the hackathon in GitHub. And so if you're looking for a place to keep your code, we can create a repo for you there. There's a project set up for this hackathon. And if you go there, you'll see a couple things. One is a README file that talks about how you can become a member of the hackathon org, and that'll give you the rights and ability to push code there. So you'll have to do that, and we're going to use that. You have to do that if you're going to share, if you're going to present, because that's the way we co-locate all the presentations together. And when we do them, we're going to use a Chromebook, and in order for it to be really quick to switch from one presentation to the next, we want them all in one location. So if you're going to be the person presenting, make sure that you sign up. You can follow the instructions here. The link's there. I can help you as well if you're having problems finding it. There's also a template there, which you'll see, which you can use. You don't have to use it, but it's kind of handy to kind of jumpstart your presentation and make it just real quick and easy for you to point out the important things. So hopefully that's a good resource. Thanks again to Sarah, who put that together for us at the last hackathon. Twitter. If any of you use Twitter, please do help us get the word out about what we're doing here. There's a couple hashtags you can use, IETF Hackathon and IETF 102. Put something out on Twitter, appreciate it. Send some cool photos out there of the fun you're having here and the work you're getting done. Okay, a couple things then after the actual weekend of the hackathon. A couple things continue in terms of running code. We will have a code lounge as we've had in the past. It's not here, it's upstairs. There's a nice area set out which will be used like for IETF breaks and whatnot. So we're going to have some space there. There's a mark here, it's Park Mount Royal. That's where we'll have the code lounge. We will also have the next day, on Monday, we'll have the Hack Demo Happy Hour. How many of you participated in that last time in London? Okay, we had a few who did that. Hopefully more of you will do it this time. The idea is that while you did your presentation here in front of everyone, this gives you the ability to show off and talk to people in more detail, because that space will be set up for a little over 2 hours. There'll be some food there, just light snacks. There'll be a cash bar. It's a way that you can have other people who perhaps aren't here come by and see what you did and talk to them in more depth about it. You do have to register, though, if you want to do that. You have to make sure you register by noon on Monday so that we make sure we have space set up for you. And if you go to the wiki, you'll find the links for that. Okay, as Alyssa mentioned, thank you to our sponsors, our supporters this time. We're still looking for sponsors, as she mentioned, but these groups, these folks chipped in to help make this event successful. So thank you to them. And with that, I'm going to be quiet and let you start working. But any questions, you can ask them now. You can come see me right afterwards, and I'll try to help you out any way I can. Okay, well, thanks for your time and attention, and good luck.